Edison, I have a question about the water issue.
Right.
For example, Turco is Tigris Euphrates rivers upstream.
Right.
And Syria is lower stream.
Right.
Turkey, you would like to use water resource themselves, and therefore Syria could not use Tigris Euphrates water resource. Could not use water resources.
Right.
How to solve the multi-countries water issues? Smart grid and Industry 4 could not solve this issue.
Well, that's a very good question.
Same issues, I think. Same issues. There is the same issue in Europe.
There are same issues in Europe. There are same issues in Pakistan. I remember Pakistan. Pakistan has the same issues. It's happening everywhere. I even believe there's an issue like that in between the United States and Mexico.
I remember.
Yeah. So there, this transnational problem is a big problem because basically we want to get the energy resources. We want to keep that in our own country, and we put all the nuclear power stations at our borders, so that the half of the damage will fall upon our neighbors. How to solve that? As an economist, of course, one thing is with legislation. It happened in for example, we had the problem in Europe, like you said, Rhine River. Upstream, BASF was dumping all kinds of
many countries.
Yes, waste, and it was polluting the Rhine River in the Netherlands. So we got like a lot of waste. Upstream, they were kind of like narrowing the Rhine so that the water would easily flow out of Germany, but it actually led to flooding in the Netherlands. So this is a difficult issue. I think actually this may have what the problem that you're describing. The Euphrates River actually was cited as one of the reasons why the whole civil war started to begin with. Because actually a lot of farmers were very poor because of drought, because the land was getting too poor, and it was not on the agenda of the president to protect the farmers. But the poverty was actually the one that drove the revolt against Assad, not anything else. So this gives this underlines its significance. How to solve it? I think you can only solve it if there is a common interest.
Even if China, Yellow River, upstream Yellow River use many water resources, and lower area.
Exactly. For energy, so for example, how to they need a dam, they need more electricity. They just build a dam, but there's the whole farm population is just extinguished because there's the water will be taken out and repurposed for energy generation. That's it. It happens in China. It happens, but the small farmers don't have any political weight, so it's up to the policymakers to decide there. And
a rich country could make water from the sea to change to the fresh water.
Right.
But a poor country could not make that solution.
No. But it's becoming more and more feasible to actually do that, to make fresh water out of. very cost-effective solutions are now becoming available. So that is hopeful, but yeah, the problem you're describing is real, and I don't really have the solutions other than basically assigning economic value to. But you need some kind of like political weight behind it. So you can say, well, there is I have the right to generate electricity from the water that flows into my country. On the other hand, you can say downstream there is the right to have water for agriculture. Yeah. So basically, what you can do is you can create some kind of tradable ownership rights. So the right for agriculture versus the right for energy generation, and then create a tradable system that will actually generate the most benefit for both. That means that if there is more benefit to generate electricity, that will lead people to buy more water rights from the people downstream, and by that actually compensate the farmers for losing their money. That means still that all the water will remain in Turkey, but at least there is some kind of compensation system. The thing with our economic system is that usually the externalities, the external effects of things are hidden. It's just like putting up a factory and blowing up polluted air. If a factory doesn't have to pay for it, it remains invisible. It is a cost to many, but it's not put in the books of that company. Therefore, it doesn't exist, basically. That's what drove our economy, because in our system we forgot to include external effects. It's not visible, therefore it happened a lot. Companies were polluting everywhere. It didn't cost them anything. They could still write the profits into their own books, but they actually put a lot of cost into the people that live around them. So if you can somehow visualize and materialize these externalities, for example, in a tradable emission right scheme, there is a solution. But you need to have kind of like also an economic and also political weight, because how does Syria enforce their economic rights to Turkey? Yeah. Turkey says, well, what the fuck, it's just, I don't care.
If IoT agriculture could save the less water, it is a kind of the solution.
Right. So, but what would...
Maybe IoT agriculture use less water.
But is that IoT, or is that based on bringing more energy of water efficiency into the greenhouses, for example? Yeah, I'm not really sure how that would work in how we would generate more water efficiency in IoT. How do you see that?
I heard IoT agriculture use less 農薬. Therefore, I think IoT agriculture could use less water. That is a solution of the water resources.
Okay, so the only way that I could foresee this is that, for example, that you basically now you just put a watering scheme, right, to water plants in your greenhouse. So based on that scheme, you put in 10,000 liters of water every day into your greenhouse. And instead of doing that, you're actually going to monitor the dryness of the soil and the salinity and all these things. You're going to observe that, and you're only going to put water in places where it's needed. So instead of putting 10,000 liters every day, maybe you can suffice by putting 6,000 liters in the places that need it, and no water where you don't need it. So basically, you can be more efficient with water. But Japan really doesn't have so much of a water problem, does it?
Actually, water problem is very difficult to
Yes.
solve.
Yeah.
Especially like in Asia and China, going down to the Vietnam to the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
and China prepared dam. Is,
Prepared dam, yeah.
flooding over to the river.
Mm.
The downward is overflooded, but they cannot control.
Yeah.
Also, they don't open the gate and they just irrigation, as you said, is called problem.
Right.
But they can control whatever they can do that. China up to China. So currently like Myanmar accepted the creation dam of upwhere of the territory of Myanmar. That they asked them to stop to build it because they if China control the dam, that's called water problem. So water problem is very difficult to solve, especially for river. No two answers. This is history, just all the way down the history called problem. By the way, what does mean woman is slave? I don't understand what it means.
はい、皆さんこんにちは、雲野です。今日はですね、雲野塾の研修のプログラムをご紹介したいと思います。で、こういうふうなホームページありますけれども、ぜひですね、一度中身をご覧になっていただきたいと思います。今日はブーキューブさんのスタジオに来て、この収録をしておりますので、中身はこういうふうになってて、今最近ホットなね、グローバルリーダーの定義など書いてあります。で、特に経団連が作成しました。留学すれば英語ができて専門性を持つというだけではですね、グローバルリーダーになれないとここに書いてありますようにですね、仕事ができる専門性を持つ英語ができるだけじゃなくてですね、私どもの塾ではリベラルアーツということと、それからもう一つは孫子の兵を、さらにはですね、日本の歴史というものを合わせて教えることによって皆さんが海外の欧米の方々と、もしくは華僑圏の方々と正々堂々と渡り合えるような人物を育成しようというふうなことを考えております。ここに次のスライドが出ておりますけれども、ここに書いてありますのはですね、さらに、私どもの雲野塾の中身につきましてはですね、欧米の資料しか使っておりません。また実際に雲野塾は英語でやっておりますので、英語の講師が話しておりますけど、学習はですね、日本の歴史をまだ教えてますので、学習の午後はですね、日本のプログラムをしております。以前はこれ有料だったので、今はですね、実際に会場費も取っていただいておりませんで、毎回5000円ということで、朝9時から午後5時までやっておりますので、ぜひ皆さんですね、ご検討の上ご参加いただければと。英語のできない方もですね、学習の午後こういうふうな研修をしておりますので、ぜひご参加いただければというふうに思っておりますので、よろしくお願いします。で、ここにさらにですね、グループ討議とか実務の勘どころを教えると書いてありますけど、実際には私が10年ほどですね、欧米の新聞とか雑誌等をですね、集めてきた、もともと英語のベースでございますので、そうしたものをですね、50セッションのテーマに分けて資料作成しております。そういうことで、世界のオペレーション、もしくはカントリーリスクも含めてですね、しかも世界のトップの方々に対してもいろいろな分析とか洞察をしてですね、議論をしております。そういったことも含めてですね、今後ともよろしくお願いしたいと思います。以上で私の挨拶を終えますが、今回のこのビデオの収録にあたってはですね、V キューブさんのスタジオをお借りしてですね、お時間を頂戴して、このビデオを作成させていただきました。よろしくお願いします。どうもありがとうございました。